Hey guys, how's it going? Back again, December 31st, 2023, New Year's Eve. This one's probably not going to be available till after midnight, so Happy New Year. And I decided to put in some weather. I wanted to have, instead of just having something cleared, just change, because I was looking at some of the screenshots and I thought, man, I'm not using these weather options, am I? So I did a little Google sheet where I picked a random number so I can get the weather setting. Of course, that's going to be down the road, but anyways, we're going to be traveling. By the looks of it, we're going to be Long Hood forward going out today. We're all assembled now. I did that offline. So we got a big one here. Let's see what we got here. We got 2,189 tons. This should be fun. I think we can turn the light off. It's not that bad in here. A little dark, but there we go. I don't mind a little wet in my face. Get to see a little bit better that way, don't you? It's kind of in your face, but just kind of below it. Kind of get your shoulder out, I guess. So this is a pretty big train, 37 cars. This is the last batch that's going to go to the, let me just double check if I got my right button hit. Yep. This is the, contains, it actually fit one interchange this morning, which I was kind of surprised because there is like 21 of these cars is going to the third and final expansion of, damn, I always forget the name of the junction. It starts with an A. I don't know, the junction, but there's a town. Fine, I'll take a look, because it's going to bug me if I don't. So, Alarka. Yeah, I was thinking Allura, I was thinking, I've said Attica a few times before. So, this should be done by the wee hours of the morning here on day number 16, so. Cool, cool, cool. I'm just going to go, yeah, I should have done this beforehand. I will, first I want to get the logging train, just to get him going to the second phase here. So we'll go up to RTS 2. I gotta get the, oh man, I gotta get the, nah, forget it. I gotta get him going first. I gotta get him going, and get him out of the way. Now that I think about it, am I going to fit that siding and get out of the way? I don't think I am. I might. That was only one way to find out. What am I talking about? 6, 7? Yeah, 7:30. Oh, that's cool. Oh, it looks nicer in here too, huh? The rain. Different view. I'll take a screenshot of that. Okay. Enough screwing around. Let's see if we can fit in the siding first and foremost. There we go. Back to 51. I gotta get my comfy seat again. kind of wasted time looking through screenshots and everything, I kept the engine, or I kept the time going, and I was just like, ah, shoot. All that progression I had this morning kind of was lost. You gonna sit your butt down? I think you were, but... Alright. So we're going backwards. Well, more than 21 of those cars are going to Alarka Junction. I see maybe four coal cars there. Six. Okay, so there's six coal cars. There's actually a few see how he's doing as far as servicing goes. Well, all I need to do is get water, so as long as he can get in the siding, that's what counts. So let me take control of him. Here, hold on a second. I gotta stop this guy. I don't know why I'm worried about clearing the siding. Get over here. Oh, jeez. He just took off. Come here. Talking to you. I gotta deal with you first. Well, he fits in the siding. That's nice. Let's go forward here. You position him, get some water, and then set up the board. I wasn't thinking. I was originally, the reason why I thought about that was, had I not been able to get in the siding if he needed coal, but he's got plenty of coal for the morning run. What? Oh, jeez. If he doesn't get going, I've got 10 minutes to get that passenger train ready and loaded and going. Now you're going the wrong way, bud. Yeah, this sim is just amazing. I don't know why I hadn't been using the weather. I guess I wanted to see in the evening, and then I thought to myself, what the hell am I not using the weather for? I think I got about 3 to pull out. Yeah. Put too much air in. Cost them. How far back are you? Alright. Okay, enough of that. Here. You recharge on your own accord. I am going to deal with you. Get that out of the way. Alright. Oops. Select you. Yeah. What? Went the wrong way with this stupid thing. Come on, guys. I'm in a hurry here. I went the wrong way, but might have it. Yay. Okay. So let's deal with that. So we're going to go with the Ella Bryson bit for now. Got you loaded. teleport to Ella. Yeah, a lot of people, you know, random weather is going to be something, and that was something I was originally thinking. I was thinking, why don't I just so I'm using a Google sheet that just basically does a random number that allows me to pick one of the 6 weather conditions. You can change the ratings if you know you want mostly clear, or mostly you can do all kinds of things with it. But for now, I'm going to try that. Right now, it's just picking an even number or an even chance at one of those 6 conditions. Let's see. We want to teleport. And today it picked rain, so teleport to, because I want the screens to be a little bit different and the scenes to be a little bit different. Makes for a little bit of variety. Because I saw some really nice pictures. Bryson. We'll go here. RTS. No, not 4. 3. There we go. All right. So what we'll do is we've got about 4 minutes. I'm going to have to switch over to him anyways, I think. Because I think we're going to be... that doesn't necessarily mean we're going to be chasing him. Depends how fast things go here. Oops. There we go. Ah! No, I gotta forward it. So we got some Holyfield heating oil for today as well. We'll take care of him on the way back. So this is some of the AI I'll slowly get into here. So I'm in control of 51 right now. I have the 1, which gives me to the dispatch board. That's my first person. This is the third person view. 0, scroll around, and whatever. So I can set that all up. In 10 seconds, this guy's got to leave. So what I do... Ah, crap. Problem is, it's a little bit finicky when it comes to... I'm all the way back at the sawmill. Wow. Amazing. It's yeah, it gets a little crazy with the mouse clicks and that. So what I want to do is I want to get on here. Just hit control there. Now I've got control of this. He's supposed to leave 20 minutes ago. I go to road, and I go backwards, and I select that. Now, I can still control this manually on 51 if I want to. Or it can be in the middle of something or whatever. He'll still focus around this. But we will select on this. I'm already selected, but I'll hit it that anyways. Now he'll leave. And we want to go forward because I'm long hood forward today. And then I can hit Control 9 if I want to be closer to this car. Can switch it over to yard. If you're quick enough, it won't stop, and then you can go into yard mode, which allows you to call out how many cars you want him to go ahead. See, when you move this, you can scroll ahead, or you can just hit 0 to... As long as you use the right mouse button, you won't run out. But then you get to see now he's hit the brakes already. He did his cars, and yeah. I wish he would call. I wish he would call out how many cars away he is from getting ready to stop. But I guess they won't do that. I don't know, what are you doing? Oh, I see what you're doing. He stopped because he ran out of room. Because there's a switch against him. So now we'll reverse 2. There we go. And had I been paying attention to the window, I would have saw that. So now I can go forward. Oh, 10 cars. It's probably a little bit less. I can use the horn or the bell or whatever because I am controlling this. I want to make sure I hit 5. Tab, of course, gives you all those controls. Let's go 2 now. 1. About half. Should be enough. Then I can get right in there. Mouse wheel gets me in there. So I can do that. Shift and click. Sets all the angle cocks. And it's got to be the second last one, according to that. So if I look in here and I see this, there. Now he's good. Now I can go reverse, road. 15's fine. Really, really beautifully done. I mean, the ability for me to just go, I can go like that by hitting 1 and seeing the first player view. Now he's going to come in, then I can go right back to 0. And he's still working. So it's very easy for me to dispatch in single player and see what the heck's going on. And control at the same time if I want to. I hit control 9 down there, then I can see that view. And he's about... now forward is backwards today. There, he stopped at the fuse. We'll try to get him coupled up at least. Now we gotta get him going, but I started the movement, so I don't want him to run in. So I'll just make I'll just make the hitch. That seemed a little rough. I think I screwed something up there. 100%. 99% I did a little bit of damage. So anyways, I'll go back to that. I gotta get... so what I want to do, the swiggly key, or whatever the hell you call that, just left of the 1 key, gives you the console. I'm just going to go over to Ella. Let's try that again. No, not RTS, TP for transport. Drag myself ahead. I can also transport, but I don't need to do that. Whittier, Hemingway, Alarka. I'm not doing that big run just yet. So everybody's already on board. And let's keep things going. I can then go to, I can go then to take this, check the board, make sure everything's okay. Then if I hit 0, it goes back to the engine because that's what I got selected. Now something was wrong here. And I'm also lagging because I have a fairly long train today. Somewhere around here. There it is. Now it's much easier for me to be in there and not worry so much about but you can go like side like this, and then you can, if you need an angle, you can go like that. So it's not that bad. You can go all the way back up there. So if you're on the wrong car, you just click on that, you get back to the engine, order, reverse. You can go yard. It's going to take me at least 2 to clear. Let's switch. Nope, I'm going the wrong way. Forward. Now, unfortunately, it's going to put massive brake, which is going to take a while for me to... Well, it actually did okay. stop that again. Yeah, it was waiting for the air to totally escape from it. This is a pretty heavy train. I was hoping the chase, I've had it some days where I'm chasing that train, and other days where you got a really heavy train like this, and the engines are good when they're small, but when they're carrying a heavy load like this, they tend to go into notch 8 a little prematurely, I find. But that's okay. I'm going to try letting it go without brakes. Hopefully it's not on a grade. If not, I can fix it, but hold shift and click. That uncouples. Reverse, because I'm long hood forward once again. And this time I'm just going to go road. We'll go 10 miles an hour. Now I want to stay here and watch this to make sure it doesn't roll. And yeah, we seem okay. I mean, is it the safest thing? Probably not. But if you're used to what your road's doing, I know in some cases if it's vibrating and going against nearby, then it can cause issues. Now, this one's pretty much unattended. It'll just go up there. It'll stop right where it needs to. It doesn't even really need me to spot it. It'll just go ahead and do its thing. I'm just watching this as it goes by, just to make sure. I'm probably going to have a meet on the dispatch board, by the way, when these guys start moving again. Yeah, he's fine. That froze as soon as I snapped over to that. It'll get back to it. Come on. There it goes. Pain in the ass, but I was gonna say, didn't stop as good as I was hoping it would, but put the brake on. Yeah, we're okay. Okay. Now the channel's doing really good. I've noticed a lot of interest. Some of the biggest interest I've seen in this channel in a long time. I've been around for 12 years, but let's see. I'll get to that in a second. Put it back to yard there. 5 should be good enough. I'm only 50 away from getting my 1,000 subscribers. Now, for me, I don't do this for the money. I really don't. I'm not your YouTube guy looking to make money and playing all the popular games and doing all the clickbait. Sure, I want, to make things interesting for you guys. It's interesting for me every time I play this. But it would mean a hell of a lot if you're not subscribed. Hit subscribe, put the notifications on. I'm pretty much these days I've been doing daily updates. On long weekends and weekends I usually put about 2, if not more. I can get crazy some days. You're not going to have nicely edited videos. I don't do that. You guys are smart enough to fast forward if you find something's boring. Or just enjoy and, relax and enjoy the scenery and enjoy the commentary when I have it available. Okay. But I always appreciate your support, and I try to get to all the comments, so if you could do that favor for me, that's great. Like I said, the growth has been great. I really appreciate it, guys. And I'll keep on pushing it forward. I've always been like that. If people want it, I'm very dedicated. If they're not interested, then usually... Sometimes I don't get interested, but honestly, this thing, I'm just going to do it anyway, so that's why it's a good thing. Okay, so we are good to go now. All the way to Bryson. Not too sure what's going on with my dispatch board. Is he in Bryson? Okay, wait a minute. Where is he? Where did my train go? Where's my passenger train? Is he here? I know he's not here. I know he passed Ella. I better not put him past Governor Isla. Let's go take a look outside and play roles the Yardmaster. Doesn't rain inside, I don't think. That's a good sign. I hear a train. Yeah, that's what I thought. This isn't the first time I've done that. So what happened was I had the switch. I was wondering where my train went to. I took the wrong turn and the guy didn't stop. Once I couldn't find him, I knew where he was. Not on the dispatch board, which means not good. Okay. So we're going to take a light out of here. See, this is the problem. This one was yellow, which meant he went into the yard. So we can watch him fly off into the distance here for a minute. Get back into the board here. Now I'm in total control of him right now. His track is 25 miles an hour, so I'll bring him to 25. This will ding in a minute. There he goes. Once he's cleared that, I'll bring him down to 10 because we want him to clear that. So now he's onto here. This I screwed up, so I gotta make sure that's yellow. There. Now he'll come out of the siding because it's yellow. This I wait till he stops, or wait till the red goes. He's gone. Now I switch this, give the light, make sure I hit the code button. I can now hit Governor Island to get this guy to continue to follow behind him. And he's going backwards in, so he can go full speed, or full track speed. Now he's fine. So he already passed the signal, now he's going. But if I want to switch, so I want to see how 51 is doing. I can go ahead and select him. Now he's the main guy. He is not the main guy. Okay. I was gonna say he didn't seem like now he's going. Okay, 13 miles an hour. So. Okay, so he's coming up to the passenger station here. There he comes now. I was very curious how he was going to handle down here. Now I think I'm late with him, so hold on a second. He's not running as well as I thought. Let me check my impromptu schedule that I have going on here. So he's already late. He's supposed to leave Bryson, so as soon as he's emptied, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make a altercation here with the schedule, or with the dispatch board, I should say. He's way down here. I don't even know if he's going to make it. You know, Ella, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put him into the siding at Ella. Yeah, he's done there. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to go downstairs. I want to select on passenger. I was control click to get control of it. We're going Whittier, Ella, copy to clipboard. That copies everything to that clipboard. That means everything that comes in here to the station window, if it allows it. There we go. So all the Whittiers are going on board. And Ella. Ella's coming too. Hemingway will not be. So just the Ellas. Once we know everybody's aboard, we can then click on the engine and reverse his direction. Okay, everybody's on board. So he's running about 2.5 minutes late. Select that. We'll get his orders to go forward now. And he's okay. Now we want to go upstairs. And we we want to make sure we have our meat set up. So he's coming up to Ella. I'm going to go ahead and that's an interlocking. I have to make sure I flip the direction. So they're all interlocked right now. There we go. So now he's set to come down the main line and then meet there. So this is where it gets fun with while you're waiting for mainline trains to go through. You can go ahead and do this, which is a lot of fun. So I'm going to go ahead and hop on board 51 here. I want to see him. I want to see his controls. So it's going 20 miles an hour. He had a 20-mile-an-hour restricting signal on the approach to Ella. Now, what I didn't do at Ella was stop to put a flare out, but I wanted to make sure this guy was passed first. If I wanted to really multitask, number 2 is definitely in need of getting up the hill a little bit further. I could do that, but I enjoy this for now. He's coming up to Ella right now, so I can get a nice shot in the he's just taking the signal. Like, this is, to me, a very, very sharp simulator. That is neat. There's the caboose. Oh, he's not going to fit the siding. Well, gee whiz. Now I got a decision to make. I haven't had that happen yet. Yeah, it's too late now. Besides, I want to do that. So it's going to get really busy at Ella here. But it needs my full attention. So I'm going to delay that passenger train even more because this guy's huge. He needs the main line, but I had no place to put him. So he's at Governor's Island there. He's occupying the control point and the back end. So we got a few things we have to do here. I've got to wait for him to come through. Get ready to clear him out. Once that happens, then I've got to follow the back of him so that I can put a flare down. Or fusee, sorry. So once I get to see the passenger train, I'm going to go back to the dispatch board. Actually, I can get it prepared. So I can click that, and I can click that. That doesn't change the signal until I click this. Now they are interlocked. I think I could still put a signal against it. I don't think they're interlocked necessarily against each other total flow, but generally speaking, when a signal's lit up this way, the interlockings work for a lot of them. All these are reverse switches right now. Anything that's yellow is a reverse switch. So now I've got it ready. It's just a waiting game now. And I can't go to engine 2 and play around with the logs right now. This is too important. Like, for me, it isn't really that important, but I like to keep the passenger trains on schedule. It's kind of an extra challenge that I build in myself. And that's a cool thing. You can run the railroad any way you want. There's so much freedom. I mean, and that's even in the mode where you're not the employee role or the owner role or whatever the heck it is. Two different modes in this game. There's the open sandbox. You can go open sandbox. I haven't tried that, or I'm not interested in that. I like the idea of making decisions and having to earn my way to get this equipment. Like right now I'm paying off a loan to get some of this. There he is. I gotta go to here. So I'm gonna get ready as soon as that red light goes away. Then I can put him into the siding, or to the yard at Bryson there. He's got a signal. There he goes. So once I get about here, I'm going to drop a fusee onto the track. That'll stop the passenger train. Okay, so the passenger train just stopped now. He's waiting for a signal. There we go. Now I go back to this, and I set that up. Make sure it's the main line. Make sure that's the main line. I'm waiting for the freight to get out of the way. Nope, can't do that. Now I can. It was interlocked. I hit it soon, but it won't let you do it until he's out of the control point. And then we're all set. That's kind of a cool view. Nice. Beautiful. Okay. So now if I teleport to Ella, go ahead and go the wrong way. Make sure everybody's on board, just like every other station. Get nice and close. Come on. Yeah, everybody's waiting to go back the other way, so we'll have that next train. And then I click on that, and he's good. We hit 0, and we're back to him. Oh, I'm just gonna grab a snack. Get over here. Island. Whoops. That was premature. Let me head down here for a minute. Play the role of the yard master here. Come in on the service track. I barely use that the siding track here, I find. I'll use the service track and wow. Picky. It's coming up on the approach now. There's the cars I left yesterday by accident. There's more than 2 cars. I think there's 4. Apparently, too, there's CTC on the Alarka branch. So once that comes into play, I will see it over here or something like that. 3's holding in a stop signal. Okay, so he's at Whittier. Oh, what the hell happened to my note? Did I get rid of this? I don't know why I did. Didn't mean to do that. Alright, so he's just taking the signal now. Ah, 812. Say what? Oh, he's okay. 845 Whittier. Really? That don't sound right. How about 825? Something don't sound right there. It's like he's at Whittier. Or better yet, 815 maybe. Yeah, 815. It should be 815. I'm getting something screwed up here. Anyways, I wanted to take a picture, but alas, I gotta have a train to get ready. I was wondering where it was for a minute. Okay, everybody's off. Well, yeah, they already paid, so. How are you doing on water? Yeah, you're fine. You'll make it. At least we hope. 4,000, he's got 4,000, so he's over half, so I think he'll be fine. Ella, no, don't do that, you dork. Ella, dink, dink, dink. Copy. Go to Whittier. Oh, I'm at Whittier, okay. What's my guy doing there? Why did he go there? Oh, because I hit the stupid thing. He went there. Okay, fine. I didn't want to do that. I guess so. How many people we get going here? Are we all done? We all board? All aboard? Okay, awesome. All aboard you are. No. Wait a minute. I am backing up, right? Okay. Okay, so he's going. Let's get you set up. Now it's going to get interesting. I'm not going to give him past Bryson yet. Since I'm here, I will work here, as in the yard. All right. So we got East Whittier interchange, all that other stuff. Nice flat yard, thankfully. I've been trusting it more lately in certain places that I'm familiar with. All right, so we want to throw it down here, which we're already set. This is why I want to be on the ground here. That's exactly what I want. Perfect side for it, too. All right. We'll go 10, actually. Perfect. Okay. No, forward. Yard. About 10, I guess. So I go back up to the board, and then I make the decision. Did I stop him at Ella? I don't think I did. So he's going to have to wait. Which kind of sucks because I had people... Hold on a second here. I gotta decide real quick. RTS 3. I've got to decide. Yeah. So I screwed up and didn't put a flag, which meant I missed my stop. He had passengers for Ella. The reason why I want to do that is I want to make sure I get everybody else. So what I do there is I go back up to the dispatch. It's not the first time I've done this as well. Okay, so he blew his stop. He's all the way back here now. I want to put myself in there. I want to put myself here, here. I'll put 0. What are you doing? Why are you still going forward? Am I supposed to be going forward? I don't know what the hell's going on. No, something's wrong. Where am I? No, I'm supposed to be going forward. I'm supposed to be going forward. Yeah. Yeah, so I gotta come around Ella. Okay, gotcha, gotcha. Now I know what's going on. Okay. But while that screw up happened, I can get myself set up for him. Now, I'm not in the clear here either, because I got a lot of work to do. In fact, I have so many cars in there, I am not 100% sure. I'm not going to screw up this passenger train. But it looks like I'm already screwing up that passenger train, so... Okay. So let's get him rolling before I screw up anything else. Number one, he's 1,841 tons. I might put him in the hole at Hemingway. As if he fits. Stopped at fuse. Okay, good. And I screwed up here. Going for the turntable. Oh, man. I gotta hold him. I don't know where I'm gonna hold him. I think I have... Ugh, Jesus. I got a funny feeling I'm going to screw things up here again. Okay, so he's good. So we want to control that. We want to select that. Orders. Now we go the other way. Uh-oh. Where you going, buddy? I know you're screwed up here, but... That's what happens when you try to multitask. Okay. And that's what happens when you don't restore switches. But then again, it's a service track, so... $30 cars. I want to check out something before I let this guy go too far. I want to check out Hemingway. Let's see how big it is. I don't think it's that big. No, it's not. And I want to be damn sure by the time I get here. Okay. This is where things get really interesting. No. No, I gotta hold him. I've gotta hold him. What I'll do is once the passenger heads that way, then I can go ahead and keep them going. But I can't risk it. So I'm going to go ahead and put the main line to clear. Are you going to stop there, buddy? I'm pretty sure it was, but... Why is the back light on? I'm not too sure why the backlight is on. Does it actually try to do a dynamic type thing where it actually runs the engine the other way? I don't know. It's kind of cute. Okay, so he's gonna wait. Too many screw-ups going on here. Alright, so let's teleport to Hemingway. So Hemingway, he's got to stop here. Have I even let this guy go from Ella? Nothing would surprise me right now. No, he's not, he's got his other direction still. Or I don't know what the hell he's doing. I haven't set him up to go, I guess. That's what happens when you multitask if you're not doing things smoothly. It's not as complicated as it seems. I'm just making it as complicated. Okay, so he's massively late. How's this? Yeah, he should be okay. Let's hope. See how I did that too? It brought me back. So you can control an AI train while you're still controlling yours, but it'll always bring you back to whatever is in control here. So if I want to sit there and watch him, I can do that, but I'd have to just teleport. So I can go like this while we're sitting here just twiddling our thumbs. We can go RTS 3. And then we can go Control 9. That doesn't do it. That takes me to the Control 9 to the other one. That really screws me up. Control 0 puts you into the... yeah. That's not what I wanted to do. Control 0 puts you into the seat, so you gotta get used to it. So let me go ahead. Let me try this again. Teleport RTS 3. We'll just have to view it from this angle. And then we can watch everything that's going on. So he's racing for his... I don't know how... I did it again. That's because I... I could select them. But we'll just do that, and then... Well, at the rate I'm going, I'm actually that late. I'm not too worried about it because by tomorrow the schedule is going to change anyways, because the passenger is going to be heading to Alarka now as of tomorrow. The reason why I didn't take the freight, there's a couple of reasons. Number one, Hemingway, that train will not fit into Hemingway. Had I put myself into Hemingway, I would have blocked the main. He would have never got to the passenger station. I'm not too confident how well I'm going to take that hill. This could be a double up move. I'm not sure yet. I haven't had that much tonnage with the GP, so I'm going to be pushing its limits. This is a good look ahead at different situations down the road. Governor's Island, I think. No, it was worth picking up the extra cars. They don't care if they're late or not. Thinking about picking up some extra passenger cars too, and having 2 passenger services going in opposite directions in the morning. think that'd be kind of fun. Okay, so he's on the approach now to Bryson. I might be using this junction a little bit more down the road. Haven't used it yet. So there's my switcher on the drill track. There's the cars I set off. Oh, please tell me I didn't put a fusee? No. Yeah, the fusie's there. I see it. Okay. That freaked me out. Where's my tail end of the caboose? There it is. He's up there waiting. Okay. So you got Hemingway and Alarka Junction loading. Got my tickets for 72 fares, 112. Everybody else is heading back the other way, waiting. And we can now take away this, and he's all good to go. Okay, so while that's going on, what I can do is I can flick that but not prepare it. I'm preparing everything else that's going on. When I hit 0, that takes me back to him. When I check the control, I can go like that. Full power. He's waiting for a red signal anyways. He's not going to go anywhere. Okay. Now everything else is waiting upon him. He's got a fusee coming up. All I need is intermediates. So I can't click it yet. I can throw the switch will throw, but I won't get a light. So this guy has to be out of the way before I can do that. So I go to 0. He doesn't do it. Now I could be wrong. As far as I know, there is configurations that will allow a code button to be hit, and it will wait. It will kind of stack in motion to wait until. But basically, the whole interlocking logic is saying, no, I can't clear you a signal because there's a train in the block immediately. So really, like, once it's cleared, just because it's green doesn't mean the interlocking signal is clear. But that's how the logic is set up here. I'm not too sure if that is 100% prototypical or not. I think that light would go green, but it would stay a red signal on the other end, which is fine. It's not a big deal. So you just wait for the intermediate to go. You get a green light here, which does not mean a green light in the field. It just means it's a clear light. So you're getting an approach signal, clear signal, whatever you get. This doesn't mean the type of signal. This is all about clearances. So you can't fleet like a modern terminal. Okay, so he's about to pass into the second block right now. The middle light just came on. Once that right light goes, now I get the green. And he's got an approach signal. So he'll be climbing the grade. He's restricted to 20 miles an hour due to the signal being approach. The rules differ during different eras and different railroads, but I believe once he has confirmation of the track up to the next signal, he can then take it. What is the hell? I thought another switch was thrown. I was like, that doesn't make sense. The passenger just went through. Oh, what are we picking up today? Oh, we're picking up down there, huh? Very nice. Picking up the middle one, huh? This is going to be the telling grade right now. 1,841 tons. I'm actually more than twice as heavy as the max I was able to do with the mogul. My fingers are crossed. This guy's going to make it to Hemingway. Because he's got a long way to get to there, and he's slowing down. Tell me I need another GP already. I was hoping I could avoid this. Oh boy. I'm not losing it too quickly, but as long as I can get to that curve, I think I'm going to be in much better shape. I think I'm going to make it. I really do. I have faith. Still slowing down. Please give me a green light. That'd be nice. Because there's 2 blocks. If that goes green, it's not going to. That means he has to stay 20. Alright. He had just cleared it too. Oh wow. Look at that. Oh boy, we're at 9.8. I want to check out Hemingway for a minute. Okay. Okay, there we go. It's a good thing I waited for a few seconds. Not everybody was off there. Nice. 8.4. Wow. Well, he's starting to pick up speed. Alright. So now I want to put him into the siding. He's not going to fit the siding, and I know that. But I got to get the passenger back here in order to... Yeah, so he just knocked down that signal, went to red. He's going to get another yellow signal, which really don't mean much at this point. So now I'm going to reverse the main. much fuel he's taking. Not bad. It's kind of cute. Oh no, no. I almost screwed that up. He could take it, but I wanted him to take that. I don't want him to take the siding in Attica. I gotta pay attention to those more. They are very easy to wow, that was close. They're very easy to screw up. Okay, so now what I want to do, stop for a fusee. Alright. Alright, so everybody is off the train, I believe. Down to 0 there. I think he got paid, but I'm not positive on that. Nope. There's the last few passengers right there. We'll get paid. Nice. I think it's pretty good dough on this now. Okay, so we want to go to that's kind of cool. Not Alarka. We want to go to all these places. Want to load it up. Looks like we're just gonna have Whittier and Bryson. Whittier, Ella, and Bryson. Although I gotta stop at the next station anyways. Oops. Okay. So now I go ahead here, hit that. I change my orders to forward, and away we go. Check the dispatch board. Don't have to worry about a signal here. So now we got the meet at Hemingway. Yeah, it's looking pretty good actually. So if I hit 0 again, it takes me back to him. Ooh. 7.7, 7.8, huh? Tell you, I wouldn't want to go too much more than 1,800 tons. I am on the approach to Hemingway, so that's a good sign. Okay, while we're watching him go up, oops. Froze up again. I went to do my, I was about to go to the code, or the console. Come on, baby. Oh! Oh! That was interesting. Took a while for that last message to come up. Let's see, teleport Bryson. Alright, so we want to put a fuse here. Teleport Ella. Want to put a fuse about right here. And Whittier should already have one. It's got the signal, it doesn't matter. Okay. This train has been an adventure. Human errors, of course, on my part for both trains, but alright, coming up. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Now, what I could have done, had I known he was going to be there that quick, I could have gone into the board here, and I could have kept him going, basically. So, he's coming out of the siding now. We do want him to take the siding in. At least get himself somewhat situated or whatever. What we're waiting for now is for the freight to clear. Which is just about to do. So that's good. Now we let the passenger go. He barely fit that siding. I think He may have fit it, but it was pretty tight, so I didn't like it. Now we're letting the passenger train, clearing him all the way up. And there he goes. So, passengers met, the freight's still going, and we're okay now. So we can close this. We don't need to worry about RTS 3 anymore. This is our only concern at the moment. Oh, there's going to be all kinds of shuffling here. I've got a lot of cars coming in, a lot of cars coming out. I got a coal mine to serve. It's going to be fun. Have one of those shots too, just so people can see. Knowing that is interesting because the red marble, of course, is 4.7, and this is about, I think this caps off at 2.1 or something. I'm going to be doing so many maneuvers here. So these cars are ready to be picked up. I've got coal cars over at the other end here. may deal with the coal coming out right away, but I'm not positive yet. Depends on what I can fit. Because I know I can do a runaround up top if I have to. I'm still in that junction, huh? Okay. Where's the passenger train? I hope I actually stopped at Hemingway. Knowing me, I didn't. Knowing me, I didn't, but you never know. Really? Okay, I got room. Alright. Ready to go. Why did you hit the brakes? The light went red, and then he just... That's weird. I think there was some slack action or something going on. Alright, so he's good now. Alright, so what I want to do there really I can get down to controlling it off the ground, and I think I will in a minute. Ugh. Yeah, see, it's very hard to manipulate all the controls. And I think 3 should be fine. We should be fine for there. Let me go ahead and whoops, teleport to RTS 51. There we go. Something's wrong. Okay, so I broke the air. Now we should be good. In fact, the other side will probably be broken too. More than likely, wherever the hell it is. Yep. Okay. Don't tell me. Why would I not restore the switch? Why would I not do that? It's not like anything's going through there. Where's my passenger train? Oh, 3, there we go. Hang on a second. Okay, they're all going the other way. All right. Alright, here we go. Finally. I find it interesting. It's got a 15-mile-an-hour marker, but it goes 25. Alright, I gotta decide how I want to do this now. Now notice these cars are down here. So what happens is once they're loaded, they get apparently gravity pulled down to the bottom, which I think is kind of cool, actually. So what I gotta do is I gotta do a runaround. Just to get myself in play here. That's nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cars. Very cool. This guy's going out. Yep. Switch against. Alright, so put another switch against here, because I think I've been going through that way. Yep. Okay, he's at Whittier finally. I suppose I could kick. Never thought of that, but oh well. It's not necessary. Now that I've done the runaround. Hello? Oh. I'll make sure it's all set up at the other end. Nice variety of industries I find on this as well too. Okay, so we're gonna ride this for the rest. There we go. Probably less than 10, but more than 5 maybe. Yeah, man. Don't give up on me yet. Okay. Whoops, I missed something here. There we go. Curious what the grade is here. Ooh, nice grade there. Okay, what about up here though? Is it going to be the same? Oh yeah, it's gravity. I forgot. Okay, well that's fine then. We don't want to push it. Let's go ahead and ride it. Okay, so we want to have at least that one. Let's see how well it holds. Looks fine. So this boxcar is kind of in the way because I had forgot to do some others before. Oops. Ah, crap. Anyways, Happy New Year, guys. It's 12:04 Eastern here. I'm still gonna keep going for you. At least get the morning out of the way here. Probably will post this first thing in the morning, so sometime New Year's Day. Alright, so we got our car. Might as well ride that back. Oops, got a brake on. So now I'm heading forward, cab forward first, so that's good. Down to that. I want to check something out here. No, it's flat. That's what I was afraid of. Alright, so I'll leave that there for a second. I do like how it gravity switches the thing. I think that's pretty good idea actually. Oh boy, let's go 5, I guess. Oh yeah, never mind. Forgot I have to do this. F5, probably gonna need about 10. Let's do 10. Lots of back and forth. All right. I get my head chopped off. Alright. More money. Money's good. Alright. Actually, I'll go ahead and ride this one more time. I got 9 cars? Wow. I didn't think I brought that much up, but I guess I did. This will be the first loadout to come. I like how they use this yard. Oh, that's cool. So I got one that was done there. Oh, wait a minute. One that was behind the first one. Or the second one. I don't know which one. I'm confused. They look like they're all connected. Oh, are they talking about the angle cocks here? That's a possibility. Never get to see those things go down either. Well, let's see here. That's interesting. Yeah, because the angle cock's closed. Okay. So like I said, it was gravity fed. So it's possible that they just, that's, we want to open that up, sorry. Okay. We're okay down here. Still a little ways away. Okay. So we gotta close or unlock that one, and then this one needs some air. It's kind of neat how it does that. It makes sense in a way, I think, too, because these were all gravity dropped, so who knows what condition they're going to be under. Pretty cool. Alright. Well, back up to the junction. I don't know why I was going that way. What the hell was that? What is that thing? What is that? Is that a switch? Diesel fuel. Okay, I guess not. I'm just looking to see if there's any little things we can play around with. Other than the light. Okay, does that mirror really work? I don't think it does, but that's funny. You never know. About 100 tons of car. That should be interesting. Yeah, definitely if you had a mogul, it ain't gonna work. Okay, I'm gonna let myself get to the junction there. Enjoy the ride down. Be right back. Here, put it in zero mode for you. Actually, I gotta take a shot at that. There, I'll be right back. Actually, I got a 25-mile-an-hour limit, so let's go full bore here. Didn't take as long as I thought it was going to. Okay. So, as I'm recording this, it's 12:24 Eastern. I still got a little bit left in me. I know going down the hill will be fine, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort this mess out, and we'll call it a night once we're all prepared to head back down. So I'm just looking at, let me go here. Beautiful. That switch can stay reverse, because right now we're not going through it anywhere else. I love it. Holding at red board. Oh, that's 51, okay. What's our money doing anyways? Just out of curiosity. Man. Talk about racking in dough this morning. What's my passenger been like as of late? Not bad. that, what was all the dough coming from here? Oh, that's huge. Like $600 in freight. But I made a lot more than 600. It's the passengers that paid the most this morning. By far. Not by much. I shouldn't say by far. By a fair amount. So I'm $12,000. I'm going to go ahead and pay off $2,000 more. Whoops. Yeah, you dummy. Wrong way. Let's go the right way now. Okay, so that brings us back down to 232 again. So a good $2,000 this morning. Not bad. So we've got 3 days and 13 hours. Interest payment of $1140 will come in 3 days if we don't get this $10,000. Now, judging by how things are going, I would suggest that probably will be cut down by quite a bit within, I would say, this evening and everything else that's going on. So, let's take a look at what we've got. Try to formulate a game plan here. So we know these are all going down to East Whittier. We also know that that's going down to East Whittier. What we don't have room for is we're going to have to at least clear the junction again. Which is fine. So the caboose is in the right side. We want that for now. What we want to do is we want to give ourselves a signal between the west side and the east side. So we want to normalize it. We want to normalize that as well. Whoops. 51, you idiot. Actually, no. We wanna get it closer. Change my mind on that. See how much room we have. Okay. You know, I just may be able to clear this switch up here. I'm not sure. Probably not. I'm going to need at least 5 cars. Do I have 5 cars over here? I don't think I do, but... it's close though, huh? Dang. That's too bad. Okay. It's not the end of the world. So, what we'll do then is I'll go back down to dispatch. The raindrops are inside now all of a sudden. They weren't until I just went in here. I guess when you teleport, it does. Well, that light's not on, so I guess I'm okay to go that way. I keep on hitting the wrong number. Okay. We'll go 10. So I do have a stop signal over here. What I am going to do I have to think about this very clearly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put myself through the other side. I'm going to put myself through both sides, actually. There we go. So I'm going to put myself through both sides here. So I've got that. Do I want to do that in the main? No, siding. And siding. Well, isn't that interesting? It's not giving me the light. Something on the other side, it says. Ah, okay. Well, it's giving me the switch anyway, so... Because... Let me check that out. Get a hold of the situation here. Okay, so I'm good to go for there, but what's going on down at this end? I got a switch against me, that's why I can't get a light. That's not the end of the world, I'm not worried about that. So the junction switch is against me, so it won't give me the light, but I do have the switch. I could go back and restore it back to normal one more time, but I don't think I'm going to bother. I'm just going to give myself authority to pass the west end, and I forgot to give myself, take off all those brakes. Okay, we're all good now. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab these cars. Okay, what I'll do is I will move forward from here, just to keep an eye on everything. What the hell happened there? I'm not sure what happened. Did I derail? It is possible. You know, that's kind of strange because I had that signal. I had that signal. Now it's going. That was bizarre. feel like I derailed, but I can't see any evidence of it. It would have been at the curve. Yeah. Okay. Let's go back 5. Got 2,138 tons. We'll go ahead 15 again. I do love these maintenance away projects. I hope they do more maintenance away stuff too, like tire replacement and you know, rail replacement maybe once in a while, like real oddball stuff. Because to me, that's the kind of thing that makes the repeat playability interesting. It's supposed to go forward. There we go. These are all going in. Okay, now we back up all the way. All the way we can, anyways. We got the rest of our pickup there. "44 cars takes a long time to pump up the air. I like it." He's wanting to go though, because you can see it's acting like a train brake or it's acting like a handbrake right now. There it goes. Gives a little bit more throttle to the push. And eventually he's just gonna go full throttle. He's at like notch 4 right now. He might not. He's only got a 15 mile an hour limit, so. Okay, let me jump in here for a second, if I can. I'll go into one of these then. I'm going to see how far that goes. Because 21 cars is a lot. Don't just suddenly stop. Keep going. You guys got more into you. Come on. Pretty sure you do anyways. We don't have too much further to go though. I only need 4 more. I'll give it a 10 mile an hour push here. I think we got enough for that, hopefully. Oh yeah. That's all he needs. Perfect. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, how much cars do I have to push back now? Not too bad. So what I'm going to do here, oops, yeah. Tie them down. So what I'm going to do is back up to the other signal. That'll give me room to get out again. Call for the signal. Flick the switch. Attach everything. It'll just sit here on the main line. And I would have tomorrow, as in real day tomorrow, or early, later today or something, either tomorrow morning or something like that. We'll see how it goes. I will do the sawmill, then do all the switching again in Bryson. Alright. So when I get myself a light there. Can't get the light because of the occupancy, which is okay. Oh, gotta do manual. I think I'll do this one myself. Hey, where you going? Oh, I guess I have to totally put a stop on that, which hopefully I didn't go through anything. Oh, alright. Oh, I got a crash. That always scares me. There was a crash. I saw it. Okay. Before I do anything. Before I do anything. Let's see where we're at. That's the first soft crash I've had. Sorry, I'm sorry, that's the second soft crash I've had. So I'm going to go into single player. So there was an autosave right at that moment. That scares the shit out of me. I mean, the good part is I still have a 705. Yeah, I still have the 705 to go back to, so I don't know. I don't know how Emmett's got all screwed up the one time, because he said he lost both of them. But I got a 705. Might have lost the whole night, but we'll see. So it did the autosave, but there was a crash right around there. Now, mind you, it may have done the autosave on the crash, which would have been kind of cool if it did. But we'll see. And if I lost the whole night, well, Doesn't look like I lost the whole night. Well, I don't know. We'll see. I'm exactly where I was before. It's got to load everything. Here we go. Beautiful. It's the way it's supposed to work. So hopefully they figure out those hard crashes that some people are still getting, and then so I went through a signal there. Oh, okay, that's fine. Let me double check here. Do I have? Yeah. I'm opening everything here. Yeah, I like opening that too. Close that though. So once we get through this, then I give myself a light to go back. If I can't get a light, I'll get a switch. I'm pretty sure I get a light here, though. I think it's a pretty small block. Nope. DS 104244. 104244. I gotta remember that. Yeah, we got the light. Okay. 102444. 2444. Teleport RTS 102444. I thought it worked like that. 102444. Alright, whatever. I thought you could go to the car number, but I could be wrong. So I go all the way back here. Got our light. 104244. So I spelled it wrong. That's why it didn't like it. Or I mistyped it, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to 10 actually. It'd be nice to open up the Alarka branch tomorrow. That'll be Engine 1's new home. Yeah, don't come to a full stop. Keep going. Beautiful. Let's see how far back we are. Almost right at the light. Did we fit in all the way? We may have. Not quite. So I'm about 2 cars away. I don't think I will be able to get it. Although I'm willing to try. It usually likes to sit back a little bit, so I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it stopped there last time anyways. Which is fine. Okay. So we've completed everything that we have to do up in Alarka now. And it's 1:16 Eastern, January the 1st now. So this is day 16. We're 10:51 a.m. Looking pretty damn good. I'm going to upload this tomorrow because I'm tired. And yeah, so everybody have yourself a Happy New Year. As you'll see this obviously on New Year's Day because it's New Year's Day right now. So I'll get this up tomorrow morning sometime, around noon maybe. And by then I'll be recording another one probably tomorrow morning. I'll record 2 more tomorrow morning, tomorrow evening, so expect a couple to come out. Probably not as long. I would imagine a 2-hour one in the morning and a 2-hour one in the evening. And then once Tuesday hits, that's when it's going to go back to kind of like a normal schedule except on weekends. Once baseball season starts, it'll back off even more. But until then, I've got plenty of time on my hands. There's no other sports that I follow, so that should work pretty good. That'll give us plenty of time to get this set up. The next plan, once Alarka branch is completed, I'll have engine 1 already down there. I may look at some passenger equipment. I'm also going to probably extend westward. I think the plan for me is to get the westward interchange, despite the fact of the huge grade, which also means that I will be having to purchase at least 3 more of these likely. But that's fine. That's something I knew was going to happen. And then Bryson, it'll be interesting to see what happens with 2 interchanges. I got a funny feeling it's going to be very interesting at Bryson, because Bryson will become the division point as it is, and they will deal with interchanges from 2 different railroads, and you're going to have to sort that out, which is, I'm looking forward to that. Anyways, we'll see how that goes once we get there. That's all for now, guys. I'm going to call it tonight. So have a good one, and we'll talk to you later, and have a good New Year, guys. And as always, we're 50 subscribers away from 1,000. I'd really appreciate your help. Like and subscribe, and we will see you tomorrow. Talk to you later. Take care.